welcome back to another episode. I am Amy Lloyd from Ascension Wellness, and I am here today with Shannon Dawn.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're talking about how to support your partner and yourself as you grow through your relationship. And I think we're going to start with the best way to support your partner is to continuously be the best version of yourself. Because as you do the growing and learning about yourself, traversing all the things that you do, it's also going to help the two of you become better, right? And understand each other on every level and support each other with everything that you do.
Yes. And you know, Shannon, I love that you said that. There are so many ways that we can work towards being the best version of ourselves. But one of a big topic that comes up for me a lot with my clients is emotional intelligence. And, you know, I strongly recommend people to read the book. I think Daniel Goleman has a couple of books at this point. There are many trainings out there by different coaches, but becoming emotionally intelligent essentially starts with being embodied. You know, many of us struggle with dissociation. And I always say, you know, I spent most of my life as a floating head and had high pain tolerance. And I thought that made me tough, but really it just meant I was checked out. And so coming back, learning how to come back and be safely in our bodies, because that's where we feel emotions. They show up as physical sensations. And so we can learn to sit with that and learn, well, what do these physical sensations mean? When I feel this, it means I have anger. When I feel that, it means I'm happy or I'm experiencing grief or whatever. But then taking it a step further and learning what each emotion means in itself. They're messengers. And so if you look at it that way, there's no such thing as a good emotion or a bad emotion. It's just all information. And if you think of our senses, our eyes take in certain types of information, our ears take in certain types of information. Well, all of our many, many emotions also give us certain types of information. And so once we can decode that and learn that, well, anger means that someone is crossing my boundary, then that gives you a clue as to, okay, well, now I know where to look, right? What boundary is being crossed and what do I need to do about it? And so it's very empowering to be able to understand our emotions in that way. And it builds resiliency, not only with emotional capacity, but resiliency across the board throughout our lives and relationships, to know that our emotions are messengers and what needs they are helping us highlight. It also empowers us to start meeting those needs proactively. And when we can do that, when we can honor our boundaries, for example, proactively, there's no need for anger to flare up, right? Or to yell and scream as loudly. Perhaps we can feel it maybe a little more gentle, just that gentle reminder, hey, you know, protect your boundaries. And it's just simpler. And so when we're able to do that with ourselves, we can then start doing that with other people, but especially our partner, the closest person in our lives, and learn how do they experience emotions? What are some trigger points for them? And how do they need me to show up for them when they're experiencing X, Y, and Z?
Exactly. And that's so powerful. All good messaging. I hope some of you out there are having epiphanies, taking notes. Maybe you want to rewind and listen to Amy again, because that was very powerful, right? And so when we're growing, when we're supporting each other, when we're moving forward, we want to show that we are experiencing empathy, right? For their time, for their energy, for their efforts. If in fact they fail, they do their best, but it's not good enough, we will help them see the silver lining, right? There's always going to be a hidden message within that, whether it's, you know, if you would have continued on, it would have became a disaster, or, you know, if it didn't happen, you would not have discovered this, and this is so much better, right? We want to always encourage them to see the glass half full, not empty, right? And as long as we're doing our part, it's extraordinary, right? It's for the collective gain of the two of you or the family or whatever it is, and you guys are going to make it, you know, you're going to make it beautiful, and, you know, never give up on that stuff, because it's part of the journey, right?
Absolutely. And everything you just said is so honoring and empowering. I can say from personal experience, because I've experienced both sides of this coin, but when someone I care about, especially my spouse, right, or significant other, when someone I care deeply about holds the preciousness that I attribute to my dream,
Yeah.
it just makes me light up, and it helps me if I'm, it builds trust in them, in the relationship, because I know that I can be honest with them when I'm struggling, and they're not going to dismiss me. They're not going to say, oh, well, then you need to give up on this dream. It's costing too much. It's taken away too much, whatever. They're going to
Right.
recognize that I am valid. My dreams are valid, and they're going to partner with me to help support me in meeting those dreams.
Exactly. And think about the big picture, right? I mean, the two of you could actually come up as, it's almost like a video game. Sometimes I say you're unlocking a new level together. So as you achieve each other, each of you achieves your own goals, right? Or reroutes or whatever. It's unlocking new doors that you didn't even know existed. And maybe the two of you will come up with a synergistic realization of, starting a charitable company, or just, you don't know the amplification. So never second guess your partner's wishes, their dreams, however far-fetched it is, because you don't know. And the world is made of dreamers. We wouldn't be here on these computers and phones talking if someone didn't dream the craziest dreams and didn't maybe have the support. I mean, you don't need the support. You can still do it on your own, but it's extra special if someone's actually cherishing it with you, right?
1000%.
Yes.
And I just get so excited with this topic of, going after your dreams and achieving your dreams and partnering with someone to help them achieve their dreams. That is at the heart of what I help clients with. Our first step is always reconnect with yourself. But that's like the hard work, reconnecting with yourself. But it doesn't end there. Let's reconnect with yourself so that you can remember how to dream your biggest, wildest, craziest dreams. And then let's work together to figure out how to make that a reality.
Right. And that's the spice of life, babe. I think everyone out there should just go out there, make yourselves the journals, make yourselves the vision boards and an action board. That's the key. A vision board is just, your visions. The action is get it all timelined out, right? In your phone, in your calendar, make a promise to yourself and keep going. That's it.
That's it. And it doesn't have to be this big thing. We have a tendency, and I am like a pro at this, of allowing my dreams to get so big that I feel so small and they feel so unattainable. Right. And so pop that balloon, because that's not helpful. Your dreams are always attainable. It's just one step and then the next step. And having that action plan, like you just said, on your calendar provides you with those individual steps.
And this just came to mind, and I don't know if this is going to be relevant, but I'm going to share it with everyone anyways, is the fact that Viktor Frankl, right, was in the concentration camps. He did not give up, even under extreme, scary conditions. He never gave up. He would sit there and plant a garden in his imagination just to keep his mind preoccupied and forward thinking. He would find all kinds of ways. You can read his books. I'm sure I think he has a few of them. And just realize that your circumstances are probably fairly simple compared to something like that. And also, there's people who were living on the streets or in a car, and they later became a millionaire. And it's not about the money. It's about they did not give up on themselves. They believed in themselves. They believed in their dreams. I think Jim Carrey said he wrote $1 million check and put it in his pocket as he sat in front of the Chinese theater in Hollywood one time when he wanted to become an actor, and I think Sylvester Stallone sold his dog and, did all kinds of stuff just to get his Rocky film out there. You have to go for it. Do not give up, regardless of your partner. I mean, the idea is to be a team and to make it work together. Absolutely. If you can, that's fantastic. But at the end of the day, believe in yourself.
100%. I mean, the best relationship, the strongest relationship has always got to start with the one you have with yourself. It's not until we have a healthy relationship with ourselves that we're going to be able to have a truly helpful healthy relationship with another person.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to touch briefly before we go
Sure.
on something you said earlier, where sometimes what you do is not good enough for your partner. Sometimes we just are not able, for whatever reason, to show up for our partner in the way that they need. And I thought that that was a really important point to just touch on, because that's going to happen. We're going to screw up royally and repeatedly. But the important thing is to own it, to, confess, I did this. I'm so sorry. What do you need from me now? How can I support you now?
So as much as it is to be realistic versus unrealistic about your dreams, I mean, you don't want to, go into extreme debt or lose your house or something crazy because you're putting all this money into something that may never work. I mean, there's got to be some boundaries somewhere, and that's why it's a good thing to have these discussions with your partner. So always, try to keep each other on track. And if one of you is a little more outlandish than the other, do what you can without being too forceful, but, do what you can to corral them and say, hey, this is a reality check. What do you think? Right? So giving space, but also jumping in when you think, I don't know, there's all kinds of recipes out there. You guys are going to have to figure it out for yourself, but we're here to give you ideas, and hopefully it works for some of you. And congratulations on all the successes you've had so far. Keep going. And
this is important to me personally, and I'm sure to Shannon, Shannon Dawn, I was reading, I shouldn't read your name when I'm talking to you, but this is really important. Share your successes with us. Let us hear how your dream chasing is going, how you're creating your dreams, and how you're partnering with your partner to make it happen.
Exactly. And that, I guess, will be in the comments below this video. So we will be more than happy to see them, and everyone else, it'll be a collective blowing up of all these dreams and everyone getting excited for each other. And make sure you guys support each other as well. And you can find me at shannondawn.com, SHANONDAWN.com. I have one N in my name, and I do life coaching, relationship coaching. And thank you for watching.
Thank you, everyone. We can't wait to see you in the next video.
Have a good night, day, whatever. Bye-bye.